Welcome to the Write Your Family Histories channel's Writer's Corners, where you ask questions that don't quite fit various topics and I answer them. But who am I? I'm Devin Noel Lee, the author of A Recipe for Writing Family History, a quick guide to help you rapidly write your family stories and turn them into books for your shelves. Today's Writer's Corner focuses on the dilemma of wanting to share your family stories and the possibilities of someone stealing your work. I'm happy to share my research and stories that I write on Ancestry, but I'm also a little hesitant because I don't know how to keep my work from being taken. Hey, if you put it online, somebody might take it. However, that isn't to say you shouldn't share your work. A lot of genealogists and a lot of genealogy research is built because somebody was willing to write and they were willing to share. I look on Family Search and I look in the gallery and I see so many narratives, short family histories, and it'll be in a PDF form and it has the title, it has the author, and then it has the story. I would never want to take it from anybody because I'm so grateful that somebody took the time to write either their story themselves or write about another ancestor. If I was going to leverage it in something else that I wrote, I would definitely cite them. Not everybody is like that, unfortunately. So we do have to balance the age-old question, can I share this and will I be devastated if somebody takes my work? I think that battle has been raging for decades now, and I don't have a good answer for you. I will tell you some things that I do to share my work and try to keep it together. For one thing, I advocate publishing your family stories and putting them in genealogy libraries anywhere around the country that you can. For instance, again, I talk about the From Metal to Rhinestone book that is on my back shelf. It is in a library in Saline County, Arkansas. Why is it in Saline County, Arkansas? Well, the more libraries you can put your book in, those books can be put on the WorldCat for interlibrary loan. And let's say, heaven forbid, the Saline County library burnt down. Well, in another library, I have another copy of the book. And then a family member has it in their home and various other locations. So for me, I would rather get our family stories in the most places I can that will preserve the stories. And I worry less about somebody stealing my stories because if somebody gets to know the ancestor that I've fallen in love with, I feel like that's payback. But I know it's controversial. I may not have covered it as fully. Let's open this up for discussion. So Stacy said, what about putting watermarks on your work? I think that could be good. But I also go back to one thought I'm having. I have seen stories put on Family Search, like I said, these manuscripts as PDFs in the Family Search galleries. If enough people know the original source of that work, I feel like people will say, "Hey, wait, you just copied and pasted and put your name on it." Right? Does that make sense? I don't know where it's not a fully developed thought. So one of the things is share your work because then other people are going to see your work and they're all going to know that your work's there. Watermarks could be good, but I like the way this is another thought. This is another thought I really love that June brought up. Yeah, be prepared. Somebody could take it. However, and you said this so well, it can be used as cousin bait. You can find more relatives that way. And not only that, here's another thing to consider. It could also help somebody add social history into their story. So I'm working on this project where I'm trying to research all the members of the Ohio 133rd Volunteer Infantry. And sure, I'm going to write about William James Townsend, but I want to know who else he served in with and what their lives were like. And if somebody shares a story of Gustavus Innes, who's the colonel of that regiment, there could be little details that are going to make my story better, or I'm going to understand the story better. There was also a man who got sick at the same time William was sick. They were on the same little excursion and they came back, and a number of men were all ill. I want to know about the guy who died. William survived. This guy died. Did they have the same treatment? Did they have the same fallout of their families? What happened? The other thing is, I'm desperately trying to find more about the doctor who performed the lancing surgery. I want to know what his training was. Was that the best medical care, or was he a total crock? If people aren't sharing the stories, then I can't do this, not necessarily a cousin, but I can't understand the life and times of what my ancestor was. So I hope that's encouraging for you. And yes, some people could take your work, but you could also benefit so many others. What are your suggestions or concerns about how to balance the desire to share family history stories with others and the possibility that someone might steal your work and not attribute it to you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.